Donald Trump is having a psychotic meltdown this morning. He's crashing in the White House. The markets are crashing right now. His poll numbers are crashing right now. Let's discuss what is going down. Donald Trump is holding a press conference right now, purportedly to honor the angel families at the White House, but all he's talking about are his crashing poll numbers. And he's saying it just amazes me why there's not enough support out there for me. Here, play this clip.
It just amazes me that there's not more support out there. It's just, we actually have a silent support. I think it's silent. I think it's well, that's how I won. I got probably 85 million votes. They say 78 million, 79 million. They cheated in this election too. It was just too big to rig. Too big to rig.
But then he goes and says it's all about the fake polls. These polls aren't real. They're saying that his support is only 40%. Trump says it's way higher than that. He goes fake polls. This is what he's saying at the Angel family event. Here, play this clip.
Polls are tough, you know, when you get a fake poll. I get them today. I saw one today that I'm at 40%. 40%. I'm not at 40%. I'm at much higher than that. I mean, I'd love to run against anybody. The real polls say you kill everybody. It wouldn't even be close. But you go through the fake polls, you go through the fake stories. And I said, you know, it was good because this is really a much more powerful term than I would have had if I had run, because it was.
Then he tells the angel families that it's he, Donald Trump, who suffers, not the families, not our fallen, heroic, courageous soldiers. Donald Trump says he's the one who does the suffering right now. Here, play this clip.
But we wouldn't be here right now. I'm just thinking as we're going through it, because we've suffered through it together. I suffer for the country.
Then right before that, he was on social media making post after post, attacking the Supreme Court, saying there's going to be even more tariffs against the world, and they're going to be even higher. And he sent the stock market into an absolute crash right now. Remember when Pam Bondi was like, well, at least the Dow is at 50,000. It's not even at 49,000 right now. As of this recording, it's down over 800 points, and it keeps going lower and lower. Here's what Donald Trump posted. As president, I do not have to go back to Congress to get approval of tariffs. It has already been gotten in many forms a long time ago. They were also just reaffirmed by the ridiculous and poorly crafted Supreme Court decision. President DJT, this guy's spiraling out of control. He's saying the Supreme Court decision endorsed his ability to do more and higher tariffs against this world. Get this psychotic wannabe authoritarian out of there. Get this vile piece of trash out of there. Get this felon out of there. Get this pedo protector out of there. But he continues to make more posts. Here's what he posts again. Any country that wants to play games with the ridiculous Supreme Court decision, especially those that have ripped off the USA for years and even decades, will be met with a much higher tariff and worse than that which they just recently agreed to. Buyer beware. Thank you for your attention to this matter, Donald J. Trump. I think that's how we should view you. Buyer beware. Caveat emptor. I mean, get this pedo protector, get this mafioso, get him out of the freaking White House. And then he's posting videos this morning of himself as an AI hockey player. He needs to not just steal the valor of our soldiers and say he suffered, he wants to steal the valor, just like Kash Patel did of our hockey team. So he's posting, because he keeps on losing, he needs to show he's winning. So he posts an AI photo of himself playing hockey against the Canadian team and like punching the Canadian hockey team in the face. This is an AI video he posted of himself checking and punching Canadian hockey team players in the face. As I said, this guy is despicable. But he posts, we're winning too much. It's just not fair. DJT. And here he is whining, saying it was a rigged election. This election was so rigged. Everything was rigged. Here, play this clip right here.
If that election, if it wasn't rigged, it was a rigged election by millions and millions of votes. A guy that never left his basement. It was all run by crooked people. COVID was a little bit of a shield. We had a lot of things going on. But it was rigged by millions of votes. We did great.
Okay, well, Everything is rigged, right? This is rigged. That is rigged. Everything is rigged according to Donald Trump. Here's what Harry Enton had to say this morning about Donald Trump's sinking approval. Never has it been this low amongst independents, especially in history. Here, let's play this clip right here.
Numbers, but talk about what is driving this drop for the president.
What is driving this drop? I said record was the name of the game when it came to this segment, right? Talking about the lowest Trump has ever been going into the State of the Union, the lowest that any president has been this century going into a State of the Union at this point in their presidency. It is also the weakest that Donald Trump has ever been with independents. Look at this drop. We've been talking about it the past few months. At this point, a year ago, Donald Trump was at minus 13 points. Look at this. Minus 47 points among independents, the lowest Donald Trump has ever been in either of his 2 terms as president with independents. That is driving these numbers. When you're 47 points underwater with independents, that's the name of the game. You can't be above water overall. And that's why Donald Trump is near record lows overall and the lowest he's ever been going into a State of the Union address.
Quite a message on the eve of this big moment. Thank you, Harry.
Thank you.
John?
Those numbers with independents just eye-popping there. All right,
Take a look at the market right now. It's going even lower and lower. It's crashing out right now as Donald Trump's crashing out. Speaking of crashing out, as Aaron Rupert explains, Trump's brain flits wildly during this presser. He starts talking about Mamdani shoveling snow. Then he says there's a woman in the audience with bad eyes. And he says, I've given you lots of money to fix your eyes. The hell is he talking about? Play this clip.
Why would we do this? And they walk in, nobody even asks for, like, do you have an identification? Do you have an ID? It's so crazy. You know, the mayor of New York, and he's a very nice person. I met him, but his ideology is not too good. But we're having a massive snowstorm right now. And I heard that he's asked people to come out and help shovel the snow. Okay, so you get a shovel and you start shoveling, right? What the hell? You're not going to help too much, but you can help. And hello, darling, how are you? No, right behind you. Look, my friend, right? Are you okay? Yes, you. Are you okay? Are you okay?